Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As the general manager of NXT, Ava is always looking to promote new talent on her show. Now, she has made a major declaration after several new stars have arrived on WWE's newest show. This week saw the release of WWE LFG Legends and Future Greats, a wrestling reality show that aims to promote young talent with a WWE contract as the grand prize. It is an interesting concept that is already making waves on social media. Despite just releasing, the show has already had one or two viral clips and has fans and superstars alike interested. As such, Ava has declared that she will be watching the show. The 23-year-old took to X, where she announced she would be watching WWE LFG. Given that NXT is a brand known for developing young talent, this comes as no surprise to anyone. It will be interesting to see who comes out on top in the first season of WWE LFG. Regardless of who it is though, it's safe to say The Rock's daughter will likely be ready, pen and contract in hand. So far, Ava has done a stellar job as NXT GM. She has proven to be a great authority figure, and one who commands the respect of the locker room despite her young age. That said, many are wondering what the future holds for the 23-year-old star. Well, according to WrestleVotes, WWE has huge plans for her. Speaking on Backstage Pass, the Pro Wrestling Insider revealed that the creative process is underway, and while there aren't too many details, it could lean heavily into her father, The Rock's final boss persona. Coincidentally, The Rock made his first appearance on NXT earlier this year and had a couple of wholesome interactions with his daughter backstage. It's safe to say that she has had quite a career so far. While she did start off as an in-ring talent, she quickly transitioned to a backstage role. With that in mind, her next move as a WWE superstar will be interesting to see. Regardless of whether it is in the ring or outside of it, the WWE universe is always evolving. Fans fill arenas across the globe, tuning in each week to witness larger-than-life personalities, epic showdowns, and the unexpected twists that have made the sports entertainment company an international phenomenon. However, tonight, something felt different. Tonight, change was in the air. Ava, a rising star in the WWE roster, stood backstage, watching the monitors in her dressing room. The arena buzzed with excitement as fans anticipated a night filled with thrilling matches. However, it wasn't the upcoming battles that had her intrigued. No, it was the new faces arriving that had caught her attention. Ava had worked hard to carve out her place in the WWE. She was no stranger to competition, but the influx of new talent had made her take a step back. She knew the game had changed. These weren't just random superstars, these were game changers, and Ava, though confident in her abilities, knew that change often meant opportunities. Opportunities for some, but competition for others. The arrival of the new talent. The opening bell of the show rang, and the fans roared. The camera panned through the arena, showcasing the packed crowd. But there was a momentary shift in focus. The commentators' voices filled the air as a new faction was introduced. A group of wrestlers who had arrived from other promotions, trained by top-tier coaches, and had now set their eyes on the WWE stage. These weren't just rookies. They were seasoned professionals who had honed their craft in other promotions and had come to WWE for one thing: to make an impact. Ava was already watching the screen. She saw the likes of Jaden Steele, a powerhouse with a reputation for brutal finishing moves, and Leona Vance, a high flyer with agility that could leave the crowd breathless. And there were others, each with their own unique style and swagger. But it wasn't just their talent that made Ava cautious. It was the hunger in their eyes. The hunger for success, for recognition, and for the spotlight. As the segment concluded, Ava took a deep breath. She knew what she had to do. The moment of declaration. It was later that evening, after the show had ended, when Ava stood in the middle of the ring, the WWE universe chanting her name. She had been given the microphone to address the fans, but tonight her speech was about more than just thanking them. She needed to make a statement, a declaration to both the new talent and the WWE locker room. The arena lights dimmed, and the spotlight hit the center of the ring. Ava, dressed in her ring gear, stood tall with her eyes fixed ahead. Her fiery gaze pierced through the arena, and she could sense the tension in the air. Ava had always been known for her resilience. A competitor who didn't back down, no matter the odds. But tonight, there was something different in her stance. She was no longer just the determined underdog. She had become a force. And that force was about to make itself known. She raised the microphone to her lips, and the crowd hushed. The anticipation grew. "Tonight, something happened that I wasn't expecting," she began, her voice echoing throughout the arena. "New talent has arrived, and that's fine. Change is always going to come. You can't stop it, you can't predict it, but you can choose how you respond to it." The camera zoomed in on her face as the fans held their breath. Ava paced the ring, making eye contact with the cameras. "I'm not one to shy away from a challenge," she continued. "I've been through it all, the long nights, the battles, the injuries. I've earned my place in this ring, but there's something about these new faces that bothers me. It's not their talent, it's not their ambition. No, it's the idea that they think they're going to come in here and take everything from us, from me." The crowd erupted into applause, and Ava took a brief moment to let the cheers settle. She wasn't finished. Not by a long shot. You see, these new stars, these so-called game changers, they don't understand one thing: you don't just walk into the WWE and take what you want. This is a company built on blood, sweat, and sacrifice. We all fought tooth and nail to get here, and I'll be damned if anyone thinks they're just going to waltz in and steal my spotlight. Ava's words carried weight. You could feel the energy shift. The intensity was palpable. "So here's my declaration," she said, her voice growing even more determined. "I don't care who you are or where you've come from. If you think you're going to show up here and push me aside, you've got another thing coming. You want to make an impact, you want to make history, then step up, because I'm not backing down. I'm going to show you what it means to fight for your place in this business, and I'm going to do it every single week until I make sure that there's only one place you'll want to be, and that's at the bottom." Looking up at the woman who owns this ring, the crowd exploded in cheers as Ava dropped the mic. She stood tall, her chest heaving with adrenaline, knowing that her declaration had been heard loud and clear, and then, as she walked to the back, she caught a glimpse of the new talent in the locker room. Jaden Steele, Leona Vance, and the others stood there, eyes locked on her, sizing her up. Ava met their gazes with a fiery intensity. This was just the beginning. The tension grows. The next few weeks were a whirlwind for Ava. The arrival of the new talent had shaken things up, and the locker room was divided. Some of the veteran superstars had aligned themselves with the newcomers, believing that the WWE needed fresh blood. Others, like Ava, stood firm in their belief that the company's foundation was built on those who had bled for it, and no newcomer was going to take that away. Ava's words echoed throughout the arena every week. Her matches were more brutal, her tactics more aggressive. She wasn't just fighting for victories, she was fighting for respect. And for every newcomer who thought they could steal the spotlight, Ava made sure they knew who the true dominant force in WWE was. But the tension was undeniable. Every match she fought felt like it was building toward something bigger, something explosive. Every week, the WWE Universe watched in anticipation as Ava and the new talent collided in tag team matches, backstage confrontations, and even in the ring during the main event. It wasn't just about titles anymore. It was about proving who truly belonged in the WWE. One night, after a particularly grueling match against Jaden Steele, Ava stood victorious, holding the ropes for support. Her body ached, but there was a fire in her eyes that refused to die. She had proven herself yet again. As she made her way up the ramp, she was met with a familiar face. It was Leona Vance, the high flyer who had been a thorn in her side for weeks. "Nice win," Leona said. A sly grin on her face. Ava paused, her eyes narrowing. "Nice try," she replied. "But the war's just beginning." Leona stepped closer. "Don't get too comfortable, Ava. We're not going anywhere, and neither are you." Ava tilted her head. "We'll see about that," she said with a smirk. The rivalry had reached a boiling point. Ava had made her declaration, and now the world was watching to see if she could back it up. The ultimate showdown. The weeks passed, and the tension between Ava and the new talent grew. Each match, each encounter, seemed to raise the stakes. But it was clear that Ava wasn't just fighting for a title or a championship. She was fighting to protect everything she had worked for, and so, the inevitable happened. The WWE Universe had been clamoring for it. The stage was set for the Ultimate Showdown, a match between Ava and Leona Vance, one-on-one, in a no-holds-barred contest. The match that would settle the debate once and for all, who truly belonged at the top of the WWE. The night of the match, the arena was electric. Fans packed the seats, ready to witness what would be an unforgettable battle. The ring was surrounded by steel, with weapons at every turn. It was going to be brutal as Ava and Leona made their entrances. The energy in the building reached a fever pitch. The two women locked eyes, and the animosity between them was palpable. There was no turning back now. The bell rang, and the fight began. Chairs crashed, steel steps flew through the air, and bodies collided with unforgiving force. Each woman fought with everything she had, knowing that this wasn't just about winning the match. It was about asserting dominance, and in the end, it was Ava who stood tall. With a brutal finishing move that left Leona stunned, Ava pinned her for the 3 count. The crowd erupted in cheers. Ava had done it. She had proven that the WWE wasn't just about fresh talent, it was about those who had the heart, the resilience, and the will to stand their ground. As Ava stood victorious in the ring, she raised her arms in triumph. She had made her declaration. And tonight, the WWE Universe knew Ava was here to stay. I hope you enjoyed the story. Let me know if you'd like to add or change anything. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.